the char type. Actually, I shouldn't say that because there is a char type. We'll get to that later when we do the strings deep dive, Scott. When we go into strings deep dive, we'll talk about the char. Cool. Next. So next thing that we're going to learn about is we are going to learn about code comments. All right. So this is the last thing that we're going to learn today. And then we're going to do some exercises after lunch. I know it seems like a short day, but there's some pretty cool exercises that we're going to do after lunch and for procedural thinking and procedural code and algorithms. And we also have a lightning talk after lunch. I believe it's Andrew today. Is that correct, Andrew? You are the lightning talk after lunch today? And it is
It's Anthony.
I think, oh, it's Anthony. Sorry, it's Anthony, not Andrew. Beautiful. Cool. Thanks, Jamal. All right, so the last thing that we're going to learn today is code comments. We already did code comments in HTML inside of CSS, but we're going to talk about code comments in Python. How do we write a code comment? Because even though code comments were unnecessary in CSS, in HTML, because HTML was supposed to be descriptive, they are definitely a really good thing in the Python programming language because we kind of want to describe what we want to do sometimes. That's called pseudocode, right? We want to write out our instructions in more English-like manner so that when people are reading through our code, they can understand with these code comments. So basically, if you comment something out in Python, it will not run. For example, we have two lines of code right here that are printing two different statements. And if I run this, I'm going to see both of those printed to the screen. So let me just run it. Both lines are printed to the string. Now I'm going to comment out a line of code. The way that we comment out a line of code in Python is with a hash. Okay, you can even see it go gray. So as soon as a piece of code is commented out, it will not run. So if I run this again, we only see the boy said, "I like pizza." So that is how we do comments in Python. Okay, we can even run comments at the end. We can even do inline comments like that if we wanted to. So everything to the right of that hash is a comment. All right, this is still code that's going to run, but everything to the right of this hash is a comment, and I can write anything that I want. And so if I now run it again, I don't get any syntax error. We are all good. The thing is, you couldn't do something like this, though. You can't just go like code comment here and then try to end your code comment in some way. I don't know how you would do that. And then try to run some code. Like, that's not going to work, right? So as soon as it sees this hash character, all of this got commented out to the right of it. Okay, so that's all not going to run. That's all gotten commented out. Cool. So yeah, that is code comments. Does anyone have a question about code comments in Python? It's just a hash. Pretty cool. So there is a shortcut to do code comments, by the way. So that's what Roger's asking. So one shortcut to do code comments. I'll bring these back up. If you're on a line of code, for my computer, it's command/. Command/ will automatically comment and uncomment that line of code. Right? I think it might be control or option on a Mac. I'm not sure, or on a Windows. Whoever has a Windows and they want to put that in. Multi-line comments, if I highlight these two lines of code and I do a command/, both of them get commented out. All right, so if you highlight your code and then do your command/, you can comment and uncomment multi-lines of code. For Windows, it is control/. We're not talking about Visual Studio Code right now, Roger. We're all in Ed. We'll talk about those shortcuts when we get to Visual Studio Code. Cool. So in Ed, highlight, command/, or control/, will comment in and out all of those lines. Now this sort of breaks down if you do it like this. If I have a comment on a single line here, and if I try to comment this out, Oh, it didn't break down. That's good. Cool. That still works. Awesome. Sometimes it has a little bit of odd behavior. Any other questions about code comments or about the shortcut to do code comments here inside of the Ed IDE? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. So there is another challenge inside of your lesson called Code Comments. I would like you to complete that challenge and then take your lunch.